YMCA members and guests, thank you for choosing the YMCA as your place of community and learning. My name is Sharuk and I'm going to be your virtual instructor for this cooking lesson. And a special welcome to our Power Scholars and all our summer campers that will be watching this. Today we're making a very fun and easy but yummy recipe. We are making cheese quesadillas. To make the cheese quesadillas, I will show you the ingredients first and everything you need, and I will sanitize the area that I'll be using. I already cleaned it up before I put the ingredients on it, but I always like to sanitize at least twice, just to make sure that everything is clean. And I will turn on the oven to the temperature we need. You can make quesadillas on the stove, especially if you have the help of an adult, but if you want to make it yourself and you want to make more than one of them at the same time versus making one at a time, then you can just do it in the oven, and that's the recipe that we're doing today. So, first step is I just turned on my oven on broil, and I put it on normal. If your oven doesn't have that setting, just put it on broil low. And turn it on as soon as you begin, that way when you set up the other ingredients, the oven is heating. So my oven is ready because I just turned it on a few minutes earlier, and I'm ready to show you what you need. So I will be using 2 cups of shredded cheese, 2 or 3 tablespoons of salsa. Of course, you need tortillas. So these are the large size tortillas, but you can also make it with smaller sizes. Just make sure you cut the amounts that you put in half if you do that. The recipe that I'm preparing right now makes 2 quesadillas, 2 large quesadillas. Now I'm going to show you all the tools that you need. So you will need a tray. You can use a cooking baking sheet. You can use anything that goes in the oven. A spoon to spread the salsa on the quesadilla. A cutter or a knife or a fork, whatever works for you. I like the pizza cutters, they're really fun. So if you have it, those are fun to use. And a plate, so you can assemble your cheese quesadilla on it, because this is not really a messy one to make. You can actually save the same plate and use it for serving, and that way you're saving on water and not wasting any water. I try to always be environmental conscious, so if you can use the same thing twice, why not? Less work and less things to wash and less water to waste. So this is everything you need. I'm going to quickly also go over alternatives that I just mentioned in case you don't have everything that's here at home. Again, for the cheese, you can use any cheese that melts. You can use a mix of cheddar and mozzarella, but ideally the Mexican blend shredded cheese is the easiest. You can also shred your cheese yourself, and it doesn't really matter if you shred it fine or if you shred it wide and big like these. Alternative for the tortillas: large, medium, small, whole wheat, any flavored tortillas you want. If you want to use the corn tortillas, you can do that too, but it works better with flour. You can use any cutter, including a clean kitchen scissor or shear, a knife, and for the salsa, you can use, my salsa is falling apart. You can use, with this salsa, any spice level. You can use a green salsa, so any salsa that works. Now, if you want to be a little creative and you don't have salsa at home, but you do have pasta sauce, I can teach you a little trick. All you need to do is put 2 tablespoons of tomato, whatever pasta sauce you have, in a bowl. Add a dash of cumin and add a dash of paprika, about a teaspoon each, and that's it. That's all you need, because it already has the herbs and it has garlic if it's a pasta sauce, and that's how you can transform a pasta sauce to a salsa that you can use for this dish. And all of us have pasta sauce at home, so if you don't have salsa, you can use that as well. Alright, so let's get started. So I sanitized the space, and now I'm going to, if you can't open these, please get help from an adult. They can be tricky to open. So I'm going to start by taking 1 piece of tortilla. Make sure you always wash your hands before you prepare food or put on gloves. There are 2 ways to do this. You can mix the salsa with the cheese in a bowl and spread it, but I find that a little bit harder to spread, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to take, you see that? Just 1 spoon. 1 spoon. I will add it here. I will spread it all over my I added a little bit more. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to take the cheese. Remember, I already washed my hands, but if you feel more comfortable, you can also use something like this. I'm going to spread my cheese. So I like the cheese to kind of be towards one side because you're going to fold it over. It's a lot easier to do with your hands. So this actually is about half a cup of cheese, almost 1 cup. I like mine really cheesy. And if you like it spicy, you can actually add chili powder in this phase, but I don't like it spicy, so I'm not going to do that. And you just fold it over. And notice I do have salsa on this side too, so that way the cheese is going to be surrounded by yummy salsa. So when you fold it over, press it a little bit, and you can pick it up with 2 hands and put it on. I'm going to make the second one. My oven just made a little beep sound. I don't know if you heard it, which tells me that it is ready for my quesadillas. And you can serve this with sour cream and guacamole if you have it, or just slices of avocado. You can make, if you have leftover rotisserie chicken or anything at home, you can add to this. You can also do that. So I put everything in, I folded it, I'm pressing it hard so the salsa sticks to the cheese, and I'm putting it here. Now you can leave it just like that, or if you want, you can also add a little bit of oil and brush it over it if you want to look, if you want to have a golden looking and crispier outside. But I'm just going to keep it this way so you can try to keep it healthier and see how it turns out. And now I'm so excited. I'm going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes and see the results. So while the quesadillas are cooking, I'm going to clean up, put everything aside, and when they're out, you can also serve it with a spoon of salsa, like on the side. Remember, we're going to use this plate. See, it's pretty clean. There's only a little bit of salsa here. You can just wipe it. You can use that. So I'm going to set this aside so we can use it later. And in case you forgot how to disinfect, remember our last lesson? You just spray the area and you let it sit for about 20 seconds, then you wipe it. So I will see you in about 10 minutes while we wait for the quesadilla and show you the results. Hello again. It is time to take our quesadillas out, and it's been about 11 minutes now, so I think it is ready. Make sure, if you can't do this by yourself, to ask for help and to always wear mittens or use any towels to help you take it out, because we don't want you to burn yourselves. I've burned myself before taking things out of the oven, so you have to make sure that you're always being safe and cautious, and ask for help if you need to. Ooh, I can hear the cheese bubbling. Oh wow. And this is what it looks like. See how crispy it is? It's crispy, yet soft because of the cheese and the sauce. It looks and smells really good. I'm going to let it sit a little bit, because if you cut it when it's too hot, then all the cheese will ooze out of the quesadilla. So I'm just going to let it sit for a minute. And because I use the big quesadillas, I think it would be cleaner to use a cutting board. But you don't have to do that. You can cut it on the plate too, especially if you're using the smaller ones. So I'm going to use a cutting board. Oh, look at that oozing cheese. See the bottom? How it's golden and beautiful, crispy. And the top has a little bit of golden too. Ready to hear the sound? So when you cut a quesadilla, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cut into 4 pieces. So I'll do one straight piece like this. And then I will do, you can either do this or you can do this. I like triangles, so I'm going to do a triangle. That's what it looks like at the bottom. Perfectly golden. I will have one bite to let you know what it tastes like. good. Who would have thought? Something that's so easy to make is so yummy and so delicious. Alright, so please try to make this recipe at home. It's really delicious. Your whole family will love it. You can make it with friends, and it only takes about 5 minutes to put together and 10 minutes to cook. So in 15 minutes you'll have a yummy quesadilla, and if you add a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of guacamole, that's a full meal for you to enjoy. Thank you for watching our virtual lesson. On behalf of the YMCA, I'd like to thank you for being part of our community. Don't forget to check out all our great lessons that we're offering online. We have a variety of lessons that cover different areas, and we have a plenty of cooking shows, which I like cooking shows, cooking lessons, which I like to call a combination of science and art, where you can be creative and express yourself and use alternative options to the recipe, and there's no limit to your imagination. Always remember to clean up before and after you cook, and to wash your hands regularly, and to enjoy and have fun.